Zuma's goal with the kids that come into our program is to get them to a place where they are productive, successful citizens versus abandoned, at-risk youth on the streets. The kids come from group homes. They haven't been cared for, therefore they don't know how to care. The foster care is under-resourced. There is not enough treatment centers that are doing something different and working outside of the box.
Each child is paired with a mentor and a horse. They work with the same mentor and the same horse through a 2-month session.
The horses in the ranch are the program.
I've been coming to Zuma's for about 18 weeks. I've had a rough past. It lets me kind of understand where other animals are coming from.
Nearly 80% of the children, once they've left the foster care system, within 2 years have had some brush with the law. After 60 years of traditional therapy, the cycle continues, and there's not a lot of alternative programs out there for these at-risk youth that are funded.
It makes me feel accompanied.
Abuse, neglect, those type of things lead to sociopaths down the road because they don't have any empathy.
It's scary at first, but the horses will warm up to you pretty good.
I see self-esteem. I see them able to communicate.
The bond me and him has picked back in. We respect each other, we understand each other.
The kids are understanding what they're getting out here. 44 horses reside out here. We use them in the experiential learning program.
You could get a new perspective. Learn something.
A lot of the times these kids just have skill deficits. They don't know what to do when they're angry or when they're sad.
The reason that horses work so well with these kids is the horse often mirrors whatever mood the child is in.
I have emotional problems.
Without that horse interaction, it's words, it's dialogue that the kid doesn't really want to talk.
Kind of gets me thinking about how should I be able to handle my emotions and how to be able to care for other animals and be able to have fun.
We can talk about the horses' transition into Zuma's, paralleling their transition into their new home. Without the horse, that dialogue doesn't happen. The kids just kind of clam up. Zuma's relies 100% on volunteer labor.
Volunteering is good for the soul.
When you work in an all-volunteer environment, everyone's here to give. We have a volunteer training, and once you've been through that, you're welcome to come out and help us whenever you have time.
We helped these horses. Some of them were so malnourished that they couldn't stand up. So the women, we would grab our arms together underneath and lock fingers and then pick the horse's hindquarters up so that it didn't get sores, and we fed them. And these are some of America's horses that would have gone to slaughter. They would put in a pen this size, they would probably put 150 to 200 horses to live in that size. Once we got there, not another horse died.
Zuma's has 146 acres. Only about 15 of it right now are fenced. With funding, we could take on all of those calls that I get every week about, can you take my horse for sanctuary? I can say yes a whole lot more with support and funding from the community.
There's other animals out there being treated badly. You could be able to go have fun and just be able to be yourself with that animal, be truthful.
Our biggest barrier right now at Zuma is funding.
Our operation is about a $200,000 a year operation, and right now we are lucky if we get in donations a quarter of that. Currently, my husband and I fund it out of our retirement, and it's been that way for 4 years. That can only go on for so long before something has to give. The biggest aspect of the success ratio out here is the environment. Zuma's is always here for these kids. Once they've made a connection with a horse and the programs here at Zuma's, we always welcome them back. If they don't have funds to pay to be in the program, we offer them work opportunities. We do it because we've seen the changes that we've been able to make in these kids' lives and these horses' lives, and the pairing works, and I can't not do it now. We closed one of our sessions with a drumming circle on the hill, and the mom that came to pick up that child said 6 years of therapy hasn't done anything for my son, and every time he's at Zuma's, he gets better and better. If I could grow Zuma's mentoring program in the next 3 to 5 years, where we have families mentoring families and raising that family that's lost their children up to a level that that child can go back on a part-time basis or eventually maybe a full-time basis, that's a true success. In traditional therapy, someone is talking at you and waiting for responses. In experiential learning, we're presenting opportunities for the child to interact with the world. We're falling woefully short of the demand to reach the kids that we need to reach, and more importantly, that they need us to reach them.